Hey, family members, it's so great to be here with you once again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mary Ogundimo, and yes, I film about faith, lifestyle, fun, and everything good. But today we're doing something quite different because today we are going to be talking about something you are interested in, and I'm so sure that this will benefit you. So immediately I announced my relocation, and I uploaded my video about coming over to Cyprus, and all. Man, I've been getting a lot of questions, right? So I've been getting people say, how did you do it, and when did you travel? And I'm like, guys, you people should be calming down. I'm not an expert in this field, but what I did was to speak to one of my big sisters who is an expert. Like, every time on her status, she's always sharing travel opportunities, scholarships, and fully funded opportunities and all that. I'm like, Mama, please let's start from your wealth of knowledge. Come and touch us, come and share with us. And today she's here with us. Her name is Deborah Kolade. Auntie Debbie, that's how I like to call her. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Good afternoon, Auntie Deb. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thanks for the opportunity to be here. I appreciate.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So like I mentioned, today we are talking about travel opportunities, scholarship. What are the easy ways to relocate? Because it looks like everybody wants to JAPA from Nigeria. Like people are just looking for every opportunity to leave. But so I recently started talking about it actually on my platform. So I was talking about the need for people to really travel. Now I understand that not a lot of us want to travel. I understand that not everybody even desires traveling, but there are people who are really, really desirous of it, people who really love it and who want to, access this kind of opportunities. You are more exposed, at least. Like, I remember that when I uploaded my picture, I just took a random picture, here, and immediately she saw it, she's like, Mary, this is Cyprus. And I'm like, Mama, how did you know? Because at that time I had not even talked about it, I had not mentioned it. And she was like, oh, I schooled here in Cyprus, from here I went to another country to get another degree. And I'm like, how? Please come and talk to us. So before we even begin to talk about these opportunities, I want you to first off, let's talk about this JAPA matter. Right? What are the legal or legitimate or easy ways to travel for those who desire to travel out of the country? What are the things you can advise to say, or should we even start from the fact that if you even want to travel, what are the things you should first of all consider? What are the things you even put in place then before we now begin to talk about the opportunities?
All right. Thank you so much once again for having me. For me, there are three ways to travel. If you want to leave the shores of wherever you are, whether Africa, Europe, wherever you are, if you want to, explore a different country, there are three ways to go about it. One is by study, is by going out to study, finding a school and going to that country to study. The second one is by maybe, there are few countries that actually offer opportunity to come there as a permanent resident. So study is temporary residence. You get there, it's temporary. You cannot, from your study visa begin to live there and bring your children and all of those. But permanent residence gives you that opportunity to live in the country, to work, and few countries offer this opportunity right from where you live. You can apply from where you live and get this status to travel to these countries that offer this opportunity. And the last one is by your job. You can be lucky. A few persons have been lucky to get, job offers abroad, in the UK, anywhere, depending on your career path. There are a lot of opportunities online, on LinkedIn, especially if you are looking to get an opportunity abroad, a work opportunity abroad, you should be on LinkedIn. That's the place you should go. That's where they advertise jobs that job openings abroad. So these are the three legitimate ways to actually, you know, go abroad. But there are other ways. There are some back end
Okay.
ways. Yeah.
Okay. So you said study,
Yeah.
work, and please,
Yeah.
what's the third one?
Permanent residence application for
Permanent
PR.
resident. Oh, okay, okay. So these are the three like legitimate ways. We don't want to talk about the back end because I'm not interested. I don't have hand in back end things. Let's do everything. Let's do
Yes,
everything
yes.
in front and be plain.
Of
Right.
course, of course.
Um, so for those who are more like my own audience, I know that majority of them are students. Majority of them desire to travel. I mean, I had somebody who recently was talking about a desire to, do a master's outside the country and all that. Are there accessible scholarships that people can access even with your BSc or with your master's or maybe even with your WIAC certificate? Is it possible? Are there opportunities like that? Please, can you talk to us about those things?
Yeah. There are opportunities everywhere. There are opportunities everywhere. There's a difference between saying are there opportunities and are we ready to put in the work? There are two different. There are opportunities, but it is very difficult to get a scholarship. Why is it very difficult to get a scholarship? You are not the only one applying. There are thousands, there are Indians, there are Europeans, there are Africans applying for that same opportunity. And scholarship opportunities, especially a particular scholarship, a specific scholarship, they always have a number of persons they are taking under that program. So maybe we say the excellence scholarship program, we're only taking 5 persons and it is open to Africans, Europeans, Americans. How do you have to be able to tender an application that will stand out? So that's where it becomes so difficult. It's not as if that you see me post scholarship opportunities flying here and there, and sometimes people are just asking me that Omo, I've applied. So when I tell them send in your application and I see the application, even even if you're applying for undergraduate, nobody is going to grant your audience with that kind of application. So there are opportunities out there. But what I've come to notice is that young Nigerians want the fast way, fast results. They don't want to put work, they don't want to put in the work that the application will take out of you. When you're looking at scholarship opportunities, some people applied for 3-4 years, and that 3-4 years, they sent in thousands of applications. If you don't have money, you must be resilient. Like, you have to have something. If you know you don't have money to fund your study, what do you have? Be dogged about it. That's just it. I know of people who are abroad today, living abroad, and they went through study. But if they tell you their stories, 3 years, I've heard people say they sent over 5,000 applications for scholarship, but one clicked. Just one. So, firstly, if you're looking for scholarship, did you graduate with what class did you graduate with from your undergraduate? Is it first class? Is it 2-1? Is it 2-2? People who graduated with first class with 2-1, they stand a better chance, especially when they can back it up with a very good and decent application. But if you graduated with a 2-2, what other things have you done to boost your application? Do you have some certificates here and there? Do you have a fantastic job experience that you can show evidence for? Like, you can get your supervisor to write a very decent reference letter for you. What do you have, or what have you done in your field that can show that you can show a proof to the scholarship board that you are worth taking this chance? Because scholarship opportunities are out there for you to prove to the board that if you choose me, I will not disappoint you guys. I will do everything it takes. So they need to see from your application, your track record, that you are a go-getter. They are not just going to give their application and their scholarship opportunity and be paying somebody who is going to drop out after 2 weeks or 2 months and say, this thing is hard, I cannot do it. So they are aiming at people who have things to offer, people who are driven by themselves. Even if they don't get this opportunity, they can still deliver wherever they find themselves. So they look forward, they look at your application to see the trend of what you've been doing with your life before then. So this is very important. It's not about just saying, oh, I'm applying for a scholarship. You just go on the link, send your CV, you upload, send this one, upload, send this one, upload. What have you done back door? Like in ensuring that you have put together a very nice application. Also, apart from that, there are some things they ask for in these applications. They ask you to write, statement of interest, statement of purpose, whatever it is. It is in those documents, that particular write-up, you have to sell yourself. You see, that write-up is like the first thing they look at, that write-up. So it's not something you just wake up from sleep and you begin to write. Oh, I'm very good with English. You begin to write. I know people who pay consultants, for that particular one-page write-up. You have to speak to people who are experts. And when you go on Twitter, I tell people this thing, there is nothing you want to know for your study abroad that you can't find on Twitter. There is academic Twitter, a set of PhD holders that are Nigerians that have gone through this part and now professors in their field in the US, in Canada, in the UK that offer to give this information out for free on Twitter. Those are the set of people I follow. That's why I can post all my opportunities online. There's nothing else I do. I just go on Twitter when I want to post opportunity. When I want to post opportunity, maybe after this event, I just go on my phone, go on Twitter. They are the set of people I follow. So that's what drops on my timeline. And all the opportunities they are sharing, maybe from the professor in their science lab, from this other person they know, from this other person they know, I just collect all of them and put it on my status. And a lot of people have, found that those opportunities very useful. I've said people that got scholarship from my post, and they've even graduated from PhD. They are now postdoc. They are doing their own thing because I started posting this, like some 5 years back, but I'm just now taking it really seriously. So a lot of people have benefited from it. If you are looking for scholarship, you don't just sleep in your bed and be saying you are looking for scholarship. You don't sleep in your bed. You go to work, you have a 9 to 5. When you get home, I beg you, eat your food. Give yourself 2 hours to sleep. Wake up at night. It is very important. You wake up at night and begin to source for scholarship. Google is your friend. Google, all you just have to do is type in scholarship opportunities in Canada for computer science, postgraduates. You'll begin to see. Or just go to the universities in Canada, look at their websites, go to the course, then you will see it there, funding. You will see it there, funding. There's a place for scholarship and funding on every university website for postgraduates. You will see the opportunities they offer there from their university. That is internal scholarship opportunities. There are external ones. Some people get external scholarships, like maybe the ones we do in Nigeria now, maybe, oil and gas. There are some people that have connections. They get it because I know it's not by merit, but then some people get it, Those are external opportunities that you can tap from. If you know somebody, you can write their exam, you can get those scholarships. Also, some persons who are working in places where they offer, maybe you are working with the government or you are working in a very good private organization that gives you, 1 year leave to go and, study abroad. Sometimes they offer, they give you something. They give you something to help yourself. If you are a valuable person, if you've proven yourself in the company that you are valuable, and you're not going to run away. You're not going to run away because they will not invest in you, and then you will go. So these are the ways you can, you can tap into them. But there are opportunities, numerous, especially in Europe. We have a lot of schools that offer tuition-free education.
Wow. Wow.
From undergraduate to masters to postgraduate, tuition free.
Wow.
But then, yeah, go
As
on.
Debbie, what you're saying now is just like it's clicking with me, because this is again the power of information. I said in one of my
Exactly.
videos, what you do not know is bigger than you, and that's the truth.
Exactly.
I feel like maybe a lot of we the young ones are probably just, I don't know if to call it laziness or
That's
nonchalance,
it.
or maybe not. You're not as passionate as you should about your desire to travel, because just like you said, if you really want to travel and you know that you are looking for scholarship opportunities, it is not you that should be sleeping on Instagram and laughing at comedy from morning till night. What are you
Exactly.
doing there?
Exactly.
It is not you. You just heard what she said now. There's even
You
a
can
part of
get the scholarship, leave, and then go back to Instagram from the country that you've gotten to and now be laughing.
and now be laughing. And I think this is where I'm even going to talk about the need for our priorities to really align with what we want. So I remember that when I wanted to process, okay, I really wanted to travel, it was on my mind. I mean, when I started this 2021, one of my major goals was to relocate. I was just tired of that space at that time, and I wanted to leave, and I knew I want to go and study. And I began to talk about it, and I was not just talking to everybody. I was talking to those I know could help me with credible information. Like information that I know that can help me get to where I want to get to. So if you are the type that you know that on your mind, or you want to do you are looking for scholarship opportunities, go and check Twitter and go and check the academic part, not the ones that will just be tweeting anything. Those ones are not for you. They are not for you. You heard how she say even when you are working, when you get back home, eat. Auntie Debbie said you should eat so that your mind will calm down. You not say you're hungry. Then you should sleep. But when you sleep, make sure you're not sleeping too much. Wake up and then begin to search out for information. Nobody is going to come and give you this thing, babe. Nobody is going to. You have to get up and get it done by yourself. That has treated the part of looking for opportunities. Now, Auntie Deb, let's talk about applying for visa, right? I know that there are some countries, you can get in, without visa. Like I came into Cyprus and it was, on board visa and all that. I had somebody who wrote to me who said he actually lost millions, I think maybe early this year or last year also, because he really wanted to get to, I think UK. I'm not so sure now. I can't remember the country anyways. But, he's gotten passport for his children, his wife, and then they applied for the visa and then he was denied. And he said, Mary, I lost millions. And to them, please, what exactly do you advise? Because I've not been in a panel, in a visa panel before. I have not, because when I had to travel, I didn't need it. But for those who have been, applying and applying, trying this country, and the visa interview keeps bouncing them back, and then they're losing money, what exactly would you advise, please?
This is a very it's a very deep conversation. You see this visa issue. Depending on what you're applying for. If you're applying for study and you're going to the embassy, please do your homework. Do your homework. Do your homework. I have been on the queue in a US embassy before, and like 80% of the people before me were going to study in the US. And I stood where I was listening to their interview, and I was just laughing. They will not give you. And they did not grant anybody. The very funny thing that day was everybody ahead of me were going to the US to study. I was the only one, after all of them, next on the queue. I wasn't going to study. I was going to visit. I needed to renew my visa. So I just stood there and I was looking at all of them. I'm like, I don't get. Do you just wake up from your sleep and come to? I don't understand you people. I don't understand you people. So you need to do your own work. I pride myself in the fact that there is no country that I want to visit that I've been denied visa, and I've gone to a lot of countries. I've never been, because the only thing you need is information. Information. There's nothing about this thing that is difficult. Okay, you are going to the embassy. You've gotten admission in a particular university, particular states, in a particular country. Then you now go before the visa officer. Definitely is going to ask you, why have you decided to go and study in the US?
Particular place.
I had my family members at the US embassy that they saying, the US is a very good place, it's a very wonderful place to go to. And this was how they were doing. I'm like, why have you chosen the US? You don't have any tangible thing to say about it. We all know the US is a beautiful place to go to. Why did you choose it? Even if I think the problem we have is that Nigerians go to the embassy with the mindset that I'm jackpotting. But they lose sight of what the means by which they want to use to go and jackpot, which is the study and admission they have right in front of them. They lose sight of that. In their mind, they just go there to say, they should give me visa. It's visa I want to go and collect. They should give me visa. That's why they go there. Just give me visa. If they ask you, why do you want to study in this particular country? A simple answer like, the US is known for its structured educational system, its practicality in knowledge and all of these things, in applying lectures and, just speak English. Just speak English. Let them know that you know what you're saying.
You know what you are doing. You know what you're saying.
They will ask you, why did you choose the course you are doing in this particular university? They will definitely ask you, why did you choose this course in this particular university? Except you are somebody who has a pali that has traveled far and near, that they won't bother you with all of these questions. If you're a first time, visa applicant, do your own work, because you need to be able to show proof that you are actually passionate about why you are traveling, which is the study you are claiming. You are actually going to go there and do it. They want to know that. Then also they want to know that you are going to come back to Nigeria, irrespective of the fact that you are not going to come back. You still have to prove to the visa officer that you are coming back. That's why they always need you to show family ties. That's why you see that they will give a wife saying that I am going to the US to study, who has given birth to 2 children here. I'm not taking my children. My husband too is here. My husband is taking care of them. I'm just going and coming. When she knows in her heart that when she gets there, when she's done with the study, she will apply for work permit. But to the visa officer, if you can drop your kids here, of course you are still showing ties to Nigeria. Yeah. You cannot close your eyes to your kids in Nigeria. It is impossible. So they will give that person, rather than giving somebody who goes to the embassy to say, I'm applying for visa, I'm going with my kids. Red alert immediately. Red alert. You are going with your kids. Okay. All right. So that when they get there, they will start school. This other one will start school. You'll be in school, you'll be working, you'll be taking care of them before. Automatically, you're giving them an impression that you have plans. We just need to be smart about the way we approach all of these things. Yes, and to give responses. Apart from that, they will ask you, why have you chosen the course? You have to prove, okay, this school is known as one of the best in my field. I've seen people online that have graduated from this school who are top, they're placed toply in their career, blah, blah, blah. I've seen the ranking, I've seen this, I've seen that, and I actually want to, partake in this because I know it's going to rightly position me in my career. Simple and short. But why do you choose this course? It's the course that I did in my undergraduate. When I really love the course. It's going to. I really love the course. You love the course, and so what? And so what? So these are the things. And honestly, one major thing that affects a lot of us at the embassy is fear. And most of these visa officers are psychologists. Most of them. So when you go and you are scared and you are fidgeting in your mind, automatically it affects the way you talk, the way you respond. And in their own logic, they are looking at it. Why is she scared? Why is he scared? If you are truly going there to study, why are you exhibiting fear? Why are you stuttering? It means that there is more to it. So they read you, they read your demeanor, they read the way you are looking down at your feet, you are not maintaining eye contact. If you want to get the visa, you must know how to maintain eye contact. I look at the visa interview and the interviewer in his face. You don't intimidate me. I'm probably paying your salary by my application fee, so you don't intimidate me. So I look at him in the face. So to that, he's already intimidated. Let me give you an experience. This same time I was telling you about that I went to the embassy. I was telling them there that and they asked me, do you have a relative in the US and all of these things? I'm like, yeah, I have a relative. They said, how is he related to you? Yeah, my brother is in the US. They're like, oh, you have a brother in the US. What status is he now? I'm like, he works in the US, and it was like, but I can't see him. They check everything you say. I can't see him. This, that. He kept on saying, I can't see him. I see him now, but he's on a different status. I'm like, well, I've told you the status is on. I kept looking at him. I was not scared. I kept looking, but when he looked into my eye, he knew I was confident. Even though truthfully, he didn't see it because they had a bit of network issues. But if I had rejected at that point, he would have automatically just said, you've been denied. But he saw the confidence in me that I knew what I was saying. He apologized after. He said, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I hope you're not offended at this. I see it now. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And immediately, he didn't ask any question again. He just stamped me.
Wow.
You need to know, like, they read your person. They read your standing. I look at him in the face. When he says, good morning, may I meet, what's your name? I look at it, good morning, my name is Deborah Kolade, and why are you here today? I'm here to apply. Right into your face, looking into your face. I'm here to apply for this, that. You have to command the respect there. Because if you go there and you are doing like, I'm begging you, just stamp my pass. Yes, you can, yes, yes. Haba. If they won't give you, they won't give you. So, put your best feet forward. Just try to put your best feet forward. Also, another reason why they deny people visa is their visa application. Discrepancies in your application. You think that they don't have everything you have submitted before. If you have applied for visa before and they denied you, and you apply 3 years later, they will immediately you get in front of them, they will draw out that application of 3 years. You don't know this. It's right in front of them. They will put it together with the one that you are taking now and be looking at it. Though they will take a question from this one, ask you, see how you've altered it in two different.
Oh, are you serious?
Discrepancies in your being truthful. So, and this is what so many agents do. I was reading a case recently about a particular lady that came online to call out a travel consultant.
Wow.
She's applying for study or something like that. The man called her to say, I can do this for you. I can do this for you. She was like, okay, thank God, it's your job. Me, I have the money. Sent him, wired him money and gave him everything. This man felt like, this application, there's a way I can better it. He packaged lies here and there in the application because he has probably done it for a number of people and it has worked. And they denied her. And they sent a letter to her mail saying that she's been banned from applying to that country. Yes. So it is, yes, banned for 5 years. There's nothing you can do. You can only appeal it, appeal the information, the decision if you want to. But this is what agents will do. I always advise people, for your study, for your relocation, you do not need an agent, except you are getting a certified agent from that country. That is always on their website. If you go to Canada and you want a certified agent, travel agent, you will see it on their website. Except you are paying all those people money. Please don't pay any Nigerian agents money to apply for you. There is nothing they are doing that you cannot do. Don't be lazy. It's only going to take you some few weeks of waking up in the middle of the night to put your applications together. But you cannot do yourself wrong. An agent will do you wrong. That's it. You cannot do yourself wrong. An agent will do you wrong. And stop forgetting that you've been denied. People, have you been denied before to this country or any other country? No. Stop forgetting. You've been denied. Write it. Yes. Your honesty will pay off. Your honesty will pay. Stop writing no. I've not been denied. You think these people, all this information is your information from Canada, from US, everything. A visa officer sees it in front of him. Your name is linked to all applications you've done on immigration, on school before. They see everything. So stop lying. It's as simple as that.
Hey.
Stop lying.
Wait.
Oh God.
No, this is really deep. Wow. Guys, you see this information, like this detail you are getting, this premium information you are getting, please don't joke with it. Because truth is, see, not everyone will tell you this. And you are hearing this directly from someone who is experienced, someone who knows how it works, someone who has done it like over and over again and has, been successful in it. Do you know some of these things she's talking about? Even me don't know. Like I'm in shock. Away. Wow. What a simple honesty can get you. You never.
I'm telling you, simple honesty. Yeah.
You never can tell. And the part of immediately you even come, they check the discrepancy. Wow. Wow. So just when you think you are trying to,
package yourself.
Package it. And oh my God. I'm sure the guy back end will just be looking at you like, okay, where
they do, yeah, that's what they do. They just look at you and they're like, Abba, why? So it has shown you as a dishonest person already. So they won't believe whatever you are selling them that you are going there to study. They won't believe it. They will just feel like, oh, you will get there now. You won't even complete your study. You just be roaming around the street of America and just be doing your thing. So,
okay. All right, Auntie Debbie. So, what can you say? So this another aspect now, right? So for those who have been, trying, to get into a particular country and they've not been, able to get in, maybe because of funds, visa is not being approved. I'm thinking, is it only UK, Canada, and US that is in this world that people want to kill themselves on those countries? I don't know, because somebody saying I've been applying for the past 10 years, I've been applying for the past 5 years. Did they say if you did not go to Canada, you cannot go again? Because
they tell your placenta to Canada. Well, I kind of understand why. I kind of understand why people will choose these countries over any. I understand that. One, you are looking for a country that would give you opportunity and give your children opportunities. So people want to go to a country where if I get there today, I know, like Canada, if you get there as a PR, Immediately you land and you do your PR runnings and you collect your card and everything, they start paying your kids. Who does not want to go to that country? They start paying your kids. Not like they will pay your kids together, individually. They will start paying your kids. So when people talk about these countries, I want to go to this country, I understand, especially for the married ones. They want a country where they know that when I get to, my kids are sorted. Let me do the hustling. My kids are sorted. They can go to school free. They will be collecting money from the government. It's just me and my husband that will be doing the runnings. Helter skelter, getting ourselves together and everything. So I understand. But there is Australia, guys. There's Australia. Australia does PR. Australia does PR. I know that the distance is a minus. But if you want to JAPA from Nigeria, do you want to be coming to Nigeria every year to come and show people that have arrived? So there's no point. If you want to JAPA, consider Australia. Why are we even asking you to consider Australia is that Australia has a better pay grade to most of the countries you are trying to run into. When you get there, you get a job, my brother. Australia, you can still go and buy land in Australia and build. You can still buy land.
Are you serious?
Yes, wow. You can still buy land and build in Australia. Also, in Australia, you know, it's still the same thing you are looking for in Canada, even better that you find. The only thing is just the distance. If maybe you are somebody that always is like 48 hours from Nigeria, if you are somebody that probably would always love to come home, that might not be a good place. But then,
what are
you coming home to do?
What are we looking for up and down?
So you can consider European countries, Germany, Finland, Estonia. You can consider all of these countries. They are good places. They are beautiful places. I've been to Germany. Germany is beautiful. You know, very beautiful. You can go there via study. Go there and, you know, after study you get, and they pay well. These European countries pay well, and you get a Schengen visa or whatever, and it gives you the opportunity.
That's my next target. That Schengen visa, I must have.
It gives you the opportunity to travel around Europe. Europe. Place, I'm telling you, it gives you the opportunity to travel to Europe. Even while you are studying, you just take the train from this country to the next country. Take the train from that country to another country. I know of people studying in Germany, and there's no European country they've not been to, and they went through train just from year to year, from year to year, from year to year. You can consider European countries. Go through study. They pay well. There are opportunities as well, but you will need to build a little bit more, in the sense that you might need to learn their language before you get, you know, the good job. You might need to learn their language. You have to build a little bit extra that you will do if you go to Canada, if you go to the UK, if you go to the US, and all of these things. But you will still build in those countries as well. US, you will build, you will tire. It's Canada that you can say you can go and study, and within 3 years, you will get your permanent residence. US, you will tire before you get your paper. So, just to be, I'm telling you, just be determined. Whatever country you choose to go, see it to the end. That's just it. See it to the end. But there are opportunities in European countries as well that you can go to. And there are jobs in European countries. There are jobs in European countries. But the language is just the only barrier. But if you have ear for languages, you can take that on. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you. Auntie Deb, no, this premium information you have given us today, it's a lot. So I want us to be a bit spiritual, right? So,
okay.
You know, I've had conversations with people, and then you hear them say, God does not want me to leave. God does not want me to relocate. You know? Okay. And when I hear people talk about like I don't know. Sometimes I don't like to involve myself in some kind of conversations, right? Because again, when I'm talking to you and then you mention God said, who am I, ordinary
Who
mortal
are
man like
you?
you?
Ordinary,
Who am I?
ordinary clay.
Ordinary. So immediately you say God said, yeah, I remove my hand, I remove my leg.
I'm telling
I
you.
don't want to meddle with anything God has said. But at what point what do we even mean by God said I should not travel, or God said I should not? I don't know. Is it just people overthinking it, or I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but is there a myth behind this thing? Is it just people's religious how do I explain this now? Is it just their religious bias
I
covering
understand you.
their eyes? Or I don't know. Help me, Auntie
I'm
Joy.
sorry. I don't get it too as well because honestly, as exposed and well traveled that I am, I have cousins that have sent, I know what they studied. So I see an opportunity and I have a particular cousin and I sent it to him. I will send it to him back to back. He will not respond, but he will come
Wow.
another day to come and greet me. How am I? So there was a particular day and I asked him, bros, all these things that I sent to you, you don't acknowledge them. Do you apply for them? He was like, no, that I should not be bothering myself. Oh,
Oh wow.
I should not be bothering myself. I'm like, why? It's like, well, he doesn't believe in all of this travel abroad thing. He doesn't
Oh,
believe
okay.
in going
Okay, no
abroad.
problem there.
And I'm sorry to say, it's not as if there's comfort. Oh. It's
Hmm.
not as if there's money. It's not as if he's living his best life.
Okay. It's
There is no traveling is not for him. I just believe that some persons, the problem we have in Nigeria is we always think we know it all. I will sit down like this. I would think that there's nobody that can tell me anything. We always think that we know it all. We are not open to knowledge. We are not open. What will it take you to say, okay, I have this thing planned out to do in Nigeria? Right now, I don't have the means to achieve this, but I want to do this in Nigeria. Okay, let me have a plan. Let me step out of Nigeria for a while. Go there, put myself, rightly position myself to be better in my career, to earn more, so I can come back to the country. Look at our politicians. They are all returnees. They are all people who have lived abroad and have come back to make a difference. So I don't understand why we would sit down and say, oh, me, I don't, God has told me. I'm sorry, if God has told you that you will eat the fruit of this land, which is Nigeria. I mean, Nigeria at the moment. If God has promised you that you will eat the good of the land, please ask God the time that you want to eat the fruit of the land. The time, he didn't tell you that specific time that you want to use in eating the fruit of the land. If it tells you the time, then it will brightly put you in perspective. So you can know that maybe I can see quickly JAPA and then come back at that time to eat the fruit of the land. Because let me shock you, the sort of people that are still going to, in this our generation, are the children of the politicians, and the politicians now that are there, that are still going to be eating the fruit of the land. What are you going to do for yourself to put yourself in a better position to be seen, to make that difference you want to make in Nigeria? Let me use a personal story to back this up. I studied abroad. I have to postgraduate abroad. I studied in the UK. I studied in Cyprus. I then told myself, oh, the educational system of Nigeria is messed up. I'm aspiring to change the educational system. Like, I want to do better. I want to do all of these things perfect. So I told myself, let me come and do a PhD in Nigeria so I can go through the system. When I go through the system, it will put me in better perspective of what people are going through and how I can be a change to that. I got admission into my PhD program in university. Oh, sorry. Thank God I've not said it. In a particular university. From 2017 to 2021, we have not done 1 year.
No, wait.
PhD.
You have not done 1 year.
We have not done the cumulative of the coursework or the research work of 1 year. We've not even done that of 2 months.
2017.
2017. And if I don't even want to bore you with the old stories inside all of it. So I need to ask you, if I was not doing other things for myself between 2017 and 2021, I would have just been stagnant. And at the end of the day, I have still carried my whole kaya from the university and say, I don't even want to know what is happening in Nigeria. I don't want to know what's wrong with your educational system. It can fall down and die. I will bring my change from outside and come and change it inside. But I don't want to be part of the process of knowing because I've wasted how many years already in trying to prove a point.
Wow.
So if people are saying God asked me to go back to God, let him show you the exact plan he has for you. Because there are a lot of times we say, God asked me to do this, God asked me to do that. And then we sit in a place saying that God asked me to do this. And you are not making any move.
Effort, nothing.
Effort. Okay, God asked you to stay in Nigeria or to do something in Nigeria. What are you doing yourself to put yourself in a better position to be able to carry out that thing well? So if God asks you to do something, it is works plus faith. It is not just faith. It is your works plus your faith. What are your works? What works are you doing? You sit down here, you are doing a 9 to 5. You will be in traffic after the 9 to 5. You will get home at 11 p.m. You will hit the bed like a log of wood. Then wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning. When you wake up at 4 a.m. in the morning, I want to go and enter Lagos traffic. You are running into Lagos traffic. You run into the traffic. You get to work at 8:30. Bah! You put your head on the table. 30 minutes. You now carry your files again. Start sending email. My dear, you are going to cut short your life, number one. Then number two, 30 years is just going to go. You will look back and you just realize that you've not done anything for yourself.
Hey.
Now you can use 4 years to travel abroad and build. And in 4 years, you will be buying a house in Canada. Not in 4 years. Somebody just posted on our status last week. They got to Canada roughly 2 years ago. She posted the key to a house. A duplex. So I don't understand though. Go back to your God to ask him.
Auntie Debbie, I didn't intend for us to bring firewood and petrol to this session.
I mean, it's just the truth.
I didn't expect you to bring all fire and brimstone. Today we know this one was hot. No, I didn't see it coming. I think I've not seen this side of you before. No, this one was hot. Let me tell you something that happened. So when I came here and then I started talking about some of the things I've seen here and have experienced, and I was not trying to compare it with how it was in Nigeria, and just me doing my random post, of if you have an opportunity, if you have the means, if you really want to, please travel. When I began to say that, somebody came to my DMO and said, me, the way I'm talking, don't I know I'll be making people feel depressed? Don't I know? I say, how is depression now part of this thing? I'm just telling you what is the truth. Because me, I've come here now, I left my house. So take, for instance, if I have a 12 o'clock lecture, I'll join, the bus comes every 2 hours, right? So I'll join the 10 o'clock bus. It's a free bus anyways. School buses are free. So let me say that. So I just walk from my house to the bus station. And in less than 15 minutes, I'm already in school. I'm getting down from the school bus. I'm entering the school and I'm going to maybe the library, or I'm going to, sit with my friends. And the AC that is blowing my brain is just.
You're not sweating like we're sweating now. No, in Nigeria, even with AC, you will sweat.
And we come to class. When we are in the class, every 1 hour, our lecturer would say, break. So usually each of the courses are like 2 hours. And then the lecturer would say, I see you guys are tired now. I think you should go for 10 minutes or 15 minutes break.
Tea
And when you
break.
come back, we'll continue. I say, The first time I experienced that, I said, what's happening here?
I'm telling you.
And then we are treating in a particular class, we can be done with conversation on a particular chapter. So it is not like you are dragging the syllabus, dragging and dragging. What you are going to learn per week is already out. Before you come to class, the lecturer has uploaded that course schedule, course outline on the portal.
Yes.
So if you want to read, you can go to your portal, download the materials, they put your assignments there, they put the links to, and I'm like,
everything.
Wait. I said, wait, what's happening? So I began to share this my experience, because this is what I'm experiencing here. And then he says, oh no, you should not talk like that. Is there no challenge there? Are there no challenges there? I said, you don't understand. Where are there no challenges in Nigeria from where I was coming from? There are challenges everywhere. It's like things are expensive. Yes, it's going to be expensive because it is abroad. My place now, light has never gone off. Do you know, when I was even sharing that experience, somebody who is in Morocco sent me a message to say, Mary, I've been in Morocco for over 12 years. Light has never gone off. 12 years. Why are we deceiving ourselves with this thing? In Nigeria, do we not pay NEPA bill?
Exactly.
Do we not pay monthly bills? Do we not pay for these things? Do we have access to it the way we should be having access to it? So I don't understand the sentiment, right? So let's talk about finance, right? When people talk about, I want to travel, but it's expensive, it's money. I don't know. Even when you get scholarship, you will still need money for some things. So let's just talk about the financial aspect, maybe how people can prepare their mind about, traveling and the money you are going to be spending and all that. And then we wrap this up. Thank you so much, Auntie Deb. Thank you.
Yes. A little bit about what you just said is that a lot of people are comfortable with their mindset. Especially Nigerians, they are comfortable with their mindset. And it's very difficult to, introduce a different perspective to somebody who believes that he knows everything. So some people just need to have a mindset shift. They need to shift their brain to understand that, things can be better and it is okay. The challenges we face abroad is not the challenges we face in Nigeria. Our prayer points are different because you are going to church in Nigeria praying that God, deliver me from demons. There's no demon after you. In Nigeria, we have glorified the devil to be so powerful when he does nothing. Because our prayer points are not, the devil is even looking and asking himself, I'm not even this powerful. Wow, I'm not this powerful. But because when you don't have light, when you don't have good road, when you stay in traffic for 5 hours, 7 hours in 24 hours, why won't you think that that's where the world is? So until you go out and you have a shift of, your perspective before things, but then funding. One thing I advise people to do, if you get a scholarship, if you're lucky enough to get a scholarship, you are sorted. Because they will pay, some scholarship will even pay for your flights. They will pay for your accommodation. They will pay for your research work. They will pay for, depending on the type of scholarship you get. Some would give you maybe 50%, 70% of tuition. Some will give you a particular percentage. But the ones that usually give you full will take something. Like they might want you to be like a research support for students and to work in the faculty, to do all of these things. So you have to make yourself readily available for that. Because once you stop doing that, or once you're not competent in that, they will withdraw the scholarship. But if you do not, get, or you only got tuition scholarship, you didn't get accommodation, you didn't get flight, the best thing you can do for yourself is that at least you get some hours of time to work on your visa as a student. You can work. If you go to countries where there are jobs, but you should know that for a student, the type of jobs that you would find are not ones that you might be comfortable with, especially if you're someone who's been working in an office before this. But you need to understand that this is just a phase. It's just for a time being because you are a student. So you might get jobs of, assisting here, assisting there, maybe even waiting jobs in restaurants. In the UK, you might get postman job to go and deliver meals at the door. You might work in a restaurant. You might if you're lucky, you might be an assistant in an office. You might be an admin person. You might not be lucky. You might be serving food. You might be waiting in an hotel. Whatever it is, do it. It is just for a while. Once you get this done, you can always use whatever you get. Please, I beg you, don't go as a student abroad and promise the people at home, and you are still a student, tell them that, don't worry, when I go there, I will send you money. I will send you money. And you are a student. It's not as if you got a job offer to travel or you are going with PR. You are going as a student. Life abroad is expensive.
Correct.
And our currency is terrible.
Correct.
It's very terrible. So don't go and do it. Don't go and be calling them and be saying, hey, yes, don't worry. Or you promise them, mommy, don't worry. Your story is going to change. Yes, your story is going to change. But tell them that give me at least 2 years. Give me 2 years and then our story is going to change. So because whatever you are getting from what you would be putting it into your accommodation. And when you are paying accommodation, I know Cyprus, you pay in pounds. At least I know in Guinea that you pay in pounds.
So, yeah.
You pay in pounds. It's a lot of money. Even to take care of yourself, to look good. Clothes might not be expensive, because, clothes you can buy them during sales and all of this, but might not be expensive. But then accommodation is expensive abroad, no matter where you find yourself. So whatever job you find to do, and also this is where skills come to play. What do you have? What skill do you have that you can be doing from your house, your laptop, your phone? What skill do you have? I remember when I was in school, I bake. I love baking. I love doing pastries. I made money. I made money. It's an hobby, but I made money. I made money. What skill do you have when you're going abroad? Put that your skill in top gear. If you know how to make hair, it's very difficult to make African hair abroad. There are no salons that, specialize in these things. If you can do it, you are made. If you bake, if you can bake Nigerian cake, Nigerian pastries, Nigerian this, learn a skill before you go that you can do from the comfort of your home. You understand? And when you get abroad, associate with people that are already on ground so that you'll be hearing information. There's an opening there. Before you've heard it, you've written it down, you've gone behind, you've run there to go and queue. Please, I heard there's an opening here. Associate with people that would give, not people that are hoarding information.
Or illegal people.
Or illegal people that will tell you to go and do something wrong. You will end up in jail. They will not end up in jail. It's you that will end up in jail. That's how it works. They will introduce you to something. You, the newbie, you are the one that will end up in jail. They will still be at home. So don't do anything illegal. Get information from the right source and do it. And, just be dogged. That's it. Once you get there, don't say, I cannot do this job. I cannot do this job. It's going to take a lot from you because you are schooling and you are working. So you have to just be able to balance it. Wake up at night. If you're doing a night job, go. Come back maybe at 4, maybe sleep for 3 hours, get up, go to school. In the afternoon, if you have a break between one lecture and the other, run home, go and sleep. Run back to school, take the lecture, and go back in the night to your work. You have to be determined. But you know why this determination pays? In a year, in 2 years, I'm telling you, you'll be sending money home. They'll be asking you, did you go and do ritual? They'll be asking you that, did you go and do ritual? They will not know that you are earning in dollars. They are seeing it in naira. And whatever you're sending home will not even make any difference. Somebody I know 3 years ago left the banking industry, traveled to the US, was waiting at McDonald's. When he was in the banking industry, yeah, he borrowed money to buy that land. He paid over years. When he got to the US, he built a mansion for his mom on that land within a year of serving in McDonald's. This is somebody I know. A mansion. He did not only now tell his mommy to go and stay in the mansion. He now bought a car and told her, park this car in front of the mansion.
From waiting job. Somebody will come and say, I cannot be a waiter.
So if you go there and say, me that I know how many people answer to me, sir. You cannot go abroad. Just sit in Nigeria and be dominating your sir in your area. Just stay in Nigeria. So that's the one thing. If you don't get funding, be hardworking. Be hardworking. It will be tough. I wouldn't lie to you. The first year will be tough. It will shake you. But then our body system adjusts to routine very fast.
Exactly. Not even when you're coming from Nigeria.
We are Nigerians now. Exactly. So just do it. Tell yourself in 3 years, this is my goal. This is my goal, and work towards it. You will get there. So funding, that's the only way you can. And if you're having issue, if you're in a country where maybe they don't easily give work permits and all of these things, the best thing you can do for yourself is, once you are done with your master's, apply for your PhD.
Great.
So after that, after your PhD and your master's together, it would have made you stay there for 4 years. So definitely there would be something you can apply for to elongate your status there.
Wow. Wow. What would be your advice to anyone who maybe right now has tried a few things, they didn't work and all that? What would be your advice to them? What would you say they should do aside from that? What is the one advice you can just give somebody right now, somebody who wants to travel, somebody who is interested in maybe leaving Nigeria and then going to maybe study or PR or work and all that?
So the only advice I would give anyone who has dreams to study abroad, to relocate abroad, whatever your aim is that your dreams are valid. Your dreams are valid and they are achievable. You just need to dedicate time and put in effort. Connect to people that have this information. Connect to people that can help you. Connect to people. I help a number of people on daily basis. Check out their SOP, check out this, check out that, check out. A lot of people message me, please ma, can you quickly look at this, look at that? Associate with people that can help you, and let your friends be people that are motivated like you. It's very important. Not like you go and visit, the person will be like, next thing the person is like, you still get that dream? I beg, now here we go there, Nagari we go drink. Now here we go there. You cannot be working with such people and expect that you'll be motivated. So your dreams are valid, they are achievable, but you need effort, you need time, you need to spend time, you need to spend time in actually sourcing information and working towards your goals is very important. There are two aspects: getting the right information and working towards it. So learn to position yourself in a place where you can get the information you need and you have the right support with your process. It's very important. So that's the advice I will give.
Wow.
They're achievable.
Yeah, your dreams are valid, they're achievable. Get the right information and also work towards it. You're not going to wait and expecting somebody to come and give you everything. And I really encourage you to reach out to Auntie Debbie. Please, when you are going, carry your money. It's not free. Please carry your money and hold in your hand. Do you understand? Because yeah, consultation is not free. Yeah, I don't even know how much it is, but I know that there are, fees that I'm sure you can be able to afford. If you want to travel, you should be able to afford consultation fee, right? And in fact, even processing fee and all of that. So please, when you are going, carry your money. I'm emphasizing it now. Don't go and say, please, ma. After all these things shall shared today for free, and you are watching it, please don't go and now go and be doing Oliver Twist, please. I'm begging you. It's very affordable, actually. It's very, very affordable.
Yeah, it
And
is.
please don't just watch this and keep it to yourself. Share the link. Let somebody also benefit from it. Write back to us. I mean, I will be wanting to see your comments. If this has helped you, if you've learned anything very specific, please put it out there. And in fact, I'm going to be collecting all your comments and I'll send them to Auntie Debbie. Say, Auntie Debbie, see how you have helped us today. Like, thank you so much, Auntie Debbie. I'm so grateful. I know you're super busy, but to stay out on a Monday to do this, thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, ma. Do have a lovely day. Bye. Oh wow, guys. So yeah, you can see that's Auntie Debbie's number. Reach out to her at 081 153 60070. Reach out to her, and I'm sure you are going to have the best. Wow, I think I've tried, guys. I've tried. I know you people did not even send me this, and I'm sure that people are really going to appreciate it. I'm just looking for a way to, add more value to you. I'm just looking for a way to help the little I can, the best way I can, and let's all grow together. I won't lie to you. See, life is beautiful. I won't lie. Like outside the shores of some places, life is really beautiful. And when you experience it, you will know. Like you'll be able to relate with it more when you experience it. If you're new to this channel, please ensure you subscribe before you go. Leave a comment, share this link, and let your friends also benefit. Thank you. Do have a lovely, lovely day. Bye.